one final time. And he is staying in. Left-handed batter at the plate. Will Vest on the mound. The strike one. Swinging a ground ball to first. Backhanded by Cabrera. Crosses the bag with his left foot. One out. The eighth. Of course. The ball will always find you. And Miguel Cabrera gets the first ground ball, the first ball put in play to make the out at first. And that's it. Unbelievable. Isabella, Brissell, Christopher, his three children pop out of the Tigers dugout with manager A.J. Hinch. Entire team comes out of the dugout. Everybody getting one last hug. Raises his arms, touches his heart with his hat. And now the final walk down those dugout steps, wiping tears from his eyes.
The final time, Adam Wainwright, Yadier Molina in regular season play. Here it comes. All of them coming out. Three icons in franchise history, spanning over 2 decades. Excellence here with St. Louis as Adams head to Yadi and Albert. You guys go first.
I know for Adam Wainwright, that's not how and when they planned in this game to walk off the mound. 4 2/3. He'd given up 6, but a special moment that you can take in nonetheless with the three of them. Final home game walking off together.
The face of a franchise for 15 seasons. The Kings 2-2. Alex cutting across. 106 pitches. The end of an era. The King and his court one final time. Long live the King.
I think that reaction says it all.
It is like nothing we will ever see again.
And here comes Ichiro, and listen to the ovation for number 51 here in Tokyo.
Ball 4, Ichiro will take his base. And there's the manager for the Mariners, Scott Service, who has made the call to right field. Well, it's not the last time that he will come off a big league field, because he is going to play tomorrow. Buster Olney has passed along to us that Ichiro has told the Mariners he is going to retire after this game. And that one toward Ichiro, and just gliding, still so graceful. And who's going to get that baseball? Now that's a souvenir.
This will be the final at bat in the Hall of Fame career of Ichiro Suzuki, which started right here in Japan. And the cameras are out again against the A's in Tokyo. The pitch on the way, swinging a ground ball off the side of the mound to the shortstop, charging Simeon. The throw to first, and Ichiro is out at first base. And now Scott Service pointing out to Ichiro. Ichiro turns around to the crowd in right field, waves goodbye, tips his cap to the crowd, and the marvelous Hall of Fame career for Ichiro Suzuki will come to a close here in his native Japan at the Tokyo Dome tonight.
Joe there with his daughters Marin and Emily sharing first base, perhaps for the last time, and we just don't know. Joe will ponder retirement. The fans emotional. Moncada the batter, Belisle the pitcher. It's been a long time since I've said this. Mauer is the catcher. And he's going to waste a trip to the mound. And it's just one pitch. What a moment.
Joe Mauer will make an exit.
Coming off the field for what might be the last hurrah.
I've seen retirements before, nothing like this. This is unbelievable.
All right, David Ortiz out on the field, being mobbed by photographers, waving his cap to the crowd. He's around the first base line now. And there are maybe 30 camera people out there with him. David looking around at the entire audience here. I would say maybe 25,000 fans have stayed for this.
At least, and this is something you just don't ever see.
He pats his hand on his heart. That's his heart with his hand, and waving to the crowd, turning around completely. We're now waving to the fans in the bleachers.
Looks like he's fighting back tears, Joe.
David now walks off the pitching rubber, and he's heading toward the dugout. He's being mobbed by media here.
Tigers fans, please put your hands together as we welcome to the field a 5-time All-Star, a 2-time Silver Slugger Award winner. In 2014, he was the Edgar Martinez Award winner as the game's best designated hitter. And among active players, he currently ranks 7th in hits and RBI. He's one of the most feared switch hitters the game has known. Ladies and gentlemen, number 41, Victor Martinez. Gifts from the Detroit Tigers. First, a framed jersey and photo commemorating your years wearing the number 41 as a Detroit Tiger. The plaque within the frame reads, presented to Victor Martinez on September 22nd, 2018, in recognition of your 7 seasons as a Detroit Tiger, with nearly 1,000 games played, more than 1,000 hits, 100 home runs, and 500 RBI. You represented the Old English D with the utmost class and professionalism. Next, a Shinola watch, signifying the impact you had on the city of Detroit since becoming a Tiger in 2011, as well as the tremendous work ethic and attention to detail you showed in preparing for each and every at-bat. Finally, a dream seat, Tigers-themed recliner. May you find the time to use it after a long day tending to your ranch in Florida, or throwing batting practice to your son, Victor Jose. Perhaps you might even take a moment to fondly look back on a 16-year career with nearly 2,000 games played, more than 2,100 hits, and nearly 1,200 RBI.
Can you imagine, I mean, coming from Venezuela, too, and coming over, learning the language, having a long, illustrious career like that, and then being honored?
From the bottom of my heart, I can only say thank you for being behind us all these years, support my teammates, support myself. Thank you very much.
Led the Giants out of the dugout, and as you would imagine, he was greeted with a huge ovation as he went out to right field. And they got the kids that are on the field on Sundays.
What's your name? Daisy, thanks for being out
He's
here.
got this routine down.
We're gonna do something
great.
really cool. You with me? You wanna look
He
around
waves
and wave all fans?
every section of the ballpark.
Give him a wave. Give him a wave. Give him a wave. Give him a thumbs up. Look how beautiful it is. Let's look over here. Look over here. Give him a wave.
Just letting that little girl into his world.
Nice job. How cool is this?
And make it feel like she is the most important person on that field. And that's what
Which way do they go?
Dr. Pitts basically is all about.
That way, that way, that
He's
way.
been making us all feel pretty good for a long time.
Let her go anywhere she wants, Hunter. Perfect. It is a beautiful day, and that man's going to enjoy this day more than anybody else in this ballpark.
He
We're
should.
going to enjoy watching it.
He's earned the applause.
Wow, this is great right here. It's the reason why I think you put him out there. And because we don't know, but Ben Gamble going out to right field.
I'm standing and applauding.
I agree with you. Taking over for Nelson Cruz.
I've been doing this media business for a long time. I'm telling you, folks, he's one of the primo guys I've met in about 45 years in this business. And I hope vehemently that he and the Mariners can work it out, that he will come back next year. And that is a class move. Good job to give him a hand here. Nice. Very nice. Good touch. Well deserved, too. And again, Scott Service goes way back when he was a youngster in the Texas organization when Scott was over there, player personnel. Texas bench was applauding, too.
May have more than 1,000 at-bats left in his career. We don't know, but we'll count them all as precious as we count them down here today. And he'll lead off the Twins, and he'll enter the box to this. Nice touch by the White Sox. Dylan Covey hasn't taken the mound yet. Castillo, the catcher, still standing on the grass.
Jim Reynolds, the home plate umpire right there.
And Mauer, who prior to this game has hit the ball as hard and as well as he ever had.
Yeah, Joe currently on an 8-game hitting streak, 13 hits in his last 32 at-bats.
And he's got 2 strikes.
Yep.
Couple of hops right to the second baseman Moncada, 1 away.
If he knows that he's coming out of the game, I'm sure that this is going to be another one of those snapshot moments that David is going to save. And maybe the last time those two stand on a baseball diamond together.
Well, 895 games together, these two.
860 as starters. No men tandem has ever started more games together. There was a tandem that played in more games together, but Harrelson and Ed Kranepool, 914 games they appeared in together, but Eddie did a lot of pinch hitting second half of his career. And here we go. He's coming out. One more throw back to the pitcher. And here comes Mickey Callaway. A handshake with Mike Winters, the crew chief. A salute to the fans. And the captain is heading off for one final time.
Good stuff. You know, they worked a couple tough runs on us, and you know, I wish I could go back and have the same stuff and pitch again. I think I'd have better results, but you know, I didn't get the job done like I needed to today. Yeah, we got to win, and we need some help on the other side of that also. So the best thing we can do is show up tomorrow and win a game, and we'll see what happens. But we got two games left, and we've got to win them both.
Final appearance for you as a Cardinal? Does that cross your mind ever?
Well, it may be. Doesn't feel like it is, but it may be. Wish it would have been a better one, but I'm hoping to get a couple more starts here in the postseason, and then we'll see what happens after that. But we lost a tough game today. They pushed some runs across on us. We got to pitch a little bit better. We got to field a little bit better. We got to hit a little bit better. So we'll show up the next 2 days and be ready to play.
3-2 to Reyes with Jeff McNeil on deck. And Jose grounds one, backhanded by Castro, and Jose is retired. So that, if Mickey Callaway stays with his plan, is going to be it for Reyes. For the Mets, Ahmed Rosario coming in to play shortstop. Reyes took a little curtain call between innings after the fans realized that he was coming out of the game. They gave him a nice round of applause. Third all-time in games played in Mets history, behind Ed Kranepool and David Wright.
Now Buck Showalter is going to take Adam out right here. One final time for the fans to recognize Adam Jones as Buck Showalter sends him out, and Adam will come off the field. There's Audie, his wife, the kids.
Well, marvelous career, and I'm not sure it's over. I know it's not over. Well, he's been part of the bad times and the good times. Boy.
The opposing bench standing and applauding as well. So Adam Jones out. And the question of whether or not it will be his final game. The fans certainly thought this was going to be it this weekend.
It's confusing because I don't really know. I wish I was one way or the other right now, but I'm not. So I'm going to treat this one like it could be, maybe. Obviously, my family's here. My kids are here to see this game, just in case the decision is not going to be to stay home. But right now, I don't know. Used to go out there and play the game like I did it when I my first game. It's just a game. It's something that I enjoy doing. Something that I appreciate it and love, and it's been my passion for 20 plus years. I just want to go tonight and hopefully have a good game, win the ball game, and have good memories, and hopefully it'll be a good one this last game. It's been weird. It's something that I don't know how to explain, because it's just I don't know. I'm going to treat it like maybe this is the last game, but it could not be. So I don't want to give you guys or the fans or my family false information that this is it or this is not. I don't know. So I want to treat it like it is my last, but I just don't know. So I have mixed feeling, I have weird thinking. Just thinking this could be it. This could be my last game. That's why I'm playing Thursday. I'm staying there.
Those are decisions down the road for Bryce, his family, his representation, the Nationals, and we wish everybody well in that quest. As he always does, heading out to right field, although there's been a lot of runs to center field to start games this year. Bryce Harper and the Nats in the final home game of 2018. The Nationals 40-40 at home, and Bryce having a big year, selected as the team player of the year, Max the pitcher of the year.
The right fielder, number 34, Bryce Harper.
Well done, Nats fans. Very well done.
Well, the script is there. The last page is in Derek's hands. Meek deals. Base hit to right field. Here comes Richardson. Here's the throw from Markakis. Richardson is safe. Derek Jeter ends his final game with a walk-off single. Derek Jeter, where fantasy becomes reality. Did you have any doubt? And now Derek Jeter says goodbye. How's this for drama? Just perfection. Tears and cheers. That gentleman didn't think he was going to get emotional when he saw Andy Pettitte and Derek Jeter come to get him. Everything came to the surface, Kenny.
Yeah, it did. He's saved more games for Pettitte than any other pitcher. I know this. He's going to be one tough act to follow.
Standing ovation. It will grow as Ripken bats here in the third. The man of 1,000 stances leads off, rips one, goodbye. Ripken homers in his final All-Star game.
What did you say, Joe? Goodbye? What a goodbye.
Hopefully we can have a lot of fun tonight. Go out with a bang in Kansas City. Go out with a bang in Texas. And come home and spend the rest of my life in Kansas City. Thank you all so much.
George Brett's final words to the fans here at a sold-out Kauffman Stadium tonight. Of course, they'll do this all again next May when they retire George's numbers. His teammates giving him a pair of wave runners and a salute out on the field.
Ted Williams, greeted by thousands of fans in Boston, come to pay tribute to the great slugger who previously had announced his retirement from baseball at the end of the season. His final Major League appearance at bat against Baltimore in the 8th inning of the Red Sox final home game. A long drive to deep right center field. Going, it is gone. A 450-foot home run is 521st, third highest total in the major leagues of all time. A fitting finish to a fabulous batting career that includes 6 American League batting titles, a lifetime average of .345, and the last major leaguer ever hit over 400 in a single season.
Today, the Babe wears his old uniform for the last time. His famous number 3 will never be worn by another Yankee player, but will go to America's baseball shrine at Cooperstown, New York.
President Ed Barrow speaks for the world champions, then stands in awe as Gehrig, visibly too moved to speak, summons the strength for his brief but stirring valedictory. The throng, seemingly aware of some dramatic climax, sees manager Joe McCarthy present a silver trophy, a token of esteem from Gehrig's own teammates, after which the Iron Horse is prevailed upon to step to the microphones for a brief and final word to the crowd.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now batting for the Yankees, number 2, Derek Jeter. Number 2.
Well, the script is there. The last page is in Derek's hands. Meek deals. Base hit to right field. Here comes Richardson. Here's the throw from Markakis. Richardson is safe. Derek Jeter ends his final game with a walk-off single. Derek Jeter, where fantasy becomes reality. Did you have any doubt? Some welcoming crew waiting for Derek Jeter. He hasn't seen him yet.
Let's go, bro.
And now Derek Jeter says goodbye.
Ray Gibson